Welcome everybody to a new episode of Dog Turds into Diamonds here with AFC Rushden Diamonds. It is the 15th of September 2029 and our opening game in the Dale Roberts Park Stadium. 5,000 capacity. We are back in the town of Rushden. And yeah, we are ready to go. There's no roof on the stadium, so hopefully the weather's all right. But yeah, I don't know if there is the possibility of expanding this stadium. But obviously, 5,000 is very, very small. I do remember when I played an AFC Rushden Diamonds save on Football Manager 2020. We went into a new stadium which was also named after Dale Roberts, and after just a few years, we had to build another one because it was just too small as we went up the leagues. But hopefully this one can be expanded and hopefully we will be here for a while. But yeah, let's get into today's episode and have a look at our new home and hopefully get life in our new home off to a great start with a win against Accrington Stanley. Let's go do it. So let's go. First game in our history at our new Dale Roberts Park Stadium. Can't wait to see what it looks like. Obviously, this is one of those landmark occasions in a Football Manager non-league save when you get to the stage where you need a new stadium, where you need a Football League level stadium. So it's going to be really nice to have a look at the stadium, see what it's like. What has been going on since you were last here? Well, we obviously got beaten by Southampton in that Carabao Cup second round. It worked out really, really well for us. We made, I think, over £200,000 in gate receipts and another 70,000 in TV rights. So, I mean, that was absolutely fantastic for the bank balance. We then played at home straight after against Walsall, and this was a 2-2 draw, and it was a really disappointing performance. In the end, you can see it was a real smash and grab to get out of there with a point. If you look at the XG story, our XG was well below Walsall for practically the entire game, and it was right, I think, with about 25-30 minutes to go. We made 3 changes. Evans, who was appalling, was subbed off. Varian, who was appalling, was subbed off. And Glenn Sanney, who was appalling, was subbed off. We brought on Mikhail, Duffus and McFadden up front. In the 80th minute, Schofield gave us hope when he set up McFadden to round the goalkeeper and get one back. And then 90 minutes plus 2. Mikhail with an absolutely glorious volley. I'm going to show you these goals. It was an amazing comeback, a great point, but at the same time, really, really disappointing home performance. Have a look at this. So Walsall took the lead in the first half. We just never got going, and Dickinson with a back post header put them in front, and things looked really bad at the start of the second half when another cross from the left was met by Dickinson again. What a header this guy has got on him. 2-0, and then look at this through ball from Schofield. That's what he's in the team for. Substitute McFadden rounds the keeper. We were back in it, and then right at the death, what about this? Duffus, what a pass, and Mikhail volleys in. We end up grabbing the point, grabbing the draw. Overall, though, yeah, it was a disappointing performance. And from there, our final game at Northampton Sixfield Stadium was in the Papa John's Trophy against AFC Wimbledon. We changed the team up completely for this game. I'm guessing Wimbledon did as well because they are going very, very well in League One. I think they were in 4th place in League One when we played this. But you can see we got the win. We played really, really well. 60% possession against the League One side. more shots on goal, better XG, and yeah, it was Simpson with a header from a set piece set up by Marsh, and you can see from the lineup, Price played up front, Duffer started, Sharif and Marsh came into the midfield with Sheringham, Martinez, Dowling and Armitage came into the defence, Tommy Reed played in goal, so it was really only 2 or 3 first team regulars that were in the side, and they put in a fantastic performance. So that gave me real food for thought about which players can sort of really play a part regularly. So that was nice. After 3 games without a win, it was nice to get that win against League One opposition. And we then went away to Chesterfield in the league. And again, as you can see, a really, really good performance. A 2-0 win. Joe Evans with both the goals. One set up by Agipong, one set up by Schofield. And Joe Evans is having a fantastic season so far. He scored 3 goals in all competitions last season. He's currently got 4 in 6 playing off the right wing in the league. So he is having an absolutely great time of it. And yeah, he's probably been our best player. And you know what? I'm starting to think, with his 13 pace, and he's great off the ball, he's great composure, good first touch, finishing and dribbling. With his passing as well, could he be the striker? Could he be the striker and maybe we look for someone else on the right wing? Have I maybe been missing it all this time that Joe Evans could probably play as that in that striker role? Because between McFadden, Price and Sani, we've really been struggling to find someone that's really stepped up and made themselves that obvious choice in the striker position. We then, you can see, we dominated this game against Doncaster and could only get a 1-1 draw, and it was Glenn Sani coming off the bench. And we've had the same problem again here. Evans was awful, McFadden was pretty poor. We bought on Price and Sani to try and save the game, and it was a through ball from Sheringham, which Sani picked up on and grabbed the equaliser in the 80th minute. It was frustrating to dominate the game and not come out with the 3 points here. But yeah, Glenn Sani, he's got 2 in 4 in the league, 2 substitute appearances, 2 in 6 in all competitions. So again, there's no obvious candidate there to be our leading striker. There's no one that's kind of grabbed the ball by the horns and made it impossible to drop them. So that's where we are right now. Finances are looking really good. 740,000 in the bank. We are still 4,000 below our wage budget. And if we have a look at transfers, we are looking on the ins. We've got a couple of ins coming in. We've got Chris Markham is coming in as a performance analyst, 15 analysing data, doesn't look too bad. His judging staff ability in negotiating, I don't know why that would be important for a performance analyst, but that's not great. And we're looking at Bradley Jeffries coming in on loan from Birmingham. Now he can play right wing or as a striker, and you can see his passing is not great and his finishing is not great. His crossing is also not great. To me, he kind of looks like maybe a false 9, creating space for others. He's got good pace, good dribbling, good first touch. Do I bring him in as that right wing option to just help us maybe move Evans to the central position? I don't know. We've got to see what we do about that. Let's get into today's game against Accrington Stanley. This is the lineup. Wickens is going to start in goal. Igor Luiz and Cerula are the fullbacks. Cerula a little bit tired. Maybe I could change that up. Yeah, I'll bring Armitage in there. I mean, there's not really much between the two of them. We'll give Cerula the rest of this game to make sure he's good for the next one. Watkins and Simpson are the central defenders. Malicio, Schofield and Agipong in the midfield. And Joshua Duffus has kind of made himself first choice on the left wing now. I'm going to stick with Joe Evans and McFadden for the moment. See if they can kind of come up trumps for us. Ethan Varian has not been great, so he is going to drop to the bench. You can see he's got 2 in 8, 2 in 5 in the league, but a 6.76 rating overall. He's been a disappointment so far. Hopefully, he just needs some time to settle in. Hordegaard, Cerula, Sheringham, Lamine Sharif, Mikhail, Ethan Varian, and Glenn Sanney are all on the bench. Is there anyone else I want to bring in on the bench? Do you know what? I think I'm going to bring in... Let's have a look here. I think what I might do is give Cerula the rest completely, because Sheringham can play left back if we need him to. And I'm going to put Shay Marsh in on the bench. Shay Marsh has done very well in the couple of appearances he's had this season. So he's played 2 in the league, 3 overall, a 7.37 rating, 1 assist. He's a player I do want to give game time to. I think he looks like a really good little League 2 playmaker. So I'm going to have him on the bench, and we'll make sure Cerula is rested up for the next game. The other player that I've got to tell you about, look, is Jordan Rossiter. 32 years old, bringing some experience into the squad. Defensive midfielder, 13 tackling, 12 marking, 12 passing, 11 first touch, decent long shot as well. This is a player who I think can really be a next level League 2 midfielder. Mentally, he is absolutely fantastic, look. I think he's going to really help keep us solid in defence, but he can also play a bit as well. Originally from the Liverpool Academy, went to Rangers, played a few games in the Scottish Premiership, did play a Premier League game for Liverpool. Then went on loan to Bury, on to Fleetwood, playing in League 1. He then went to Millwall in the Championship, played a few games there. And the last couple of seasons he's been playing for Doncaster here in League 2. So, although his average ratings have never been particularly good, remember that the defensive midfielders don't really get good ratings in FM22. So, I'm hoping that with the experience he's got, that great leadership, I really hope this is a player that is going to be able to really help lead the team. He's got a pulled calf muscle. He got that on his first day of training. He is now just a few days away. I think he's been out for about 6-7 weeks. So he hasn't played yet. And we'll have to see how that affects the midfield, because Malicio has obviously been a regular as the defensive midfielder. He hasn't been great so far this season. But we'll see what happens there. But maybe Malicio can learn from Jordan Rossiter. There you go. That's a tough one to say. Maybe he can learn from Rossiter as the season goes on. Now, so let's get into this. That's the team I'm going with. We're still playing our attacking mentality. Accrington Stanley are playing 4-4-2, which always seems tough to deal with. I feel like in real life, 4-4-2 is generally an old school system now. It's kind of been figured out. But in FM22, 4-4-2 seems to be very, very good for narrow defending and kind of keeping the opposition quiet and hitting on the break. So let's give the team talk, and then let's see. Let's have a look. Let's see here how we adjust the tactics to deal with their 4-4-2. I think I am going to try and play out a defence. And I don't know if working the ball into the box might be good for McFadden. I'm going to keep it narrow for the moment in our attacks, and I'm going to play to the fullbacks. I'm going to keep it narrow in our attacks, but I think that attacking narrow might not be the best way to go against the 4-4-2. Now, I've gone to a standard defensive width. We were playing very narrow. I feel like we're so good defensively now with the players that we brought in that maybe we don't have to defend so narrow. and that can just help us be a little bit more balanced. Stadium looks full, doesn't it? Stadium looks full. The game did say that there's no roof on the stadium, but looking there, we have definitely got a roof on it. And let's have a look. There you go, a full stadium in all its glory. Brilliant stuff. And it's in by Joe Evans for his 5th of the season. Wonderful start. It is, yeah, it is a full house in this new stadium. Looks fantastic. Schofield putting it in. McFadden sees his shot saved. And Joe Evans just taps in on the line. A hint of offside, well, there's definitely no offside there. I think we're just about good with that one, aren't we? 1-0, perfect start. The only area of the stadium that's pretty empty is the away end. But Accrington have equalised. Flynn Broughton. Oh my word. So our lead did not last long at all. Baker puts the cross in, and they have got players open all over the place. That is awful defending, you have to say. Really, really poor. Let's demand more here from the players. So we have had more shots and we have a better XG, but it is 1-1 right now. Would really want to get the new stadium open with a great performance, and Callum Simpson gets his 2nd of the season, and he is going to be such a threat at set pieces. The 6'5" defender. Armitage crossing in, and Simpson just gobbles that up. Wonderful header. No way that's offside. Absolutely no hint of offside at all. Great header from Simpson. And are we now off and running at home? You can see we are. I didn't even talk about where we were in the table. We're 4th in the table. We're going well. I really feel like if we can just find a striker that can guarantee us goals, maybe 20 league goals, I think that can really just help us have that push for promotion this season. Hopefully an automatic promotion. So Joe Evans out on the wing. Brilliant cross. Nobody near it. And they are now on the break. And Simpson has messed that one up completely. Good save from Wickens. And we do win it back. And the highlight finishes. That was a big mistake from Simpson. And that is his 8 defensive positioning showing up there. That's kind of what we have to accept with Simpson in the team. That every now and then he's going to get a little bit lost. But all in all, that is a great performance. We have pretty much dominated. Let's tell the players not to get complacent. Let's have a look here. Free kick into Malicio. All the way back out to Armitage there. So kind of wasting the opportunity to put that ball in. And McFadden has a go from range. Duffer's getting pretty tired, so I think I'm going to make a change soon. Again, just thinking about the next game. So let's have a pause here as we approach the hour mark. We'll bring Duffus off for Ethan Varian. I'm going to keep McFadden on for the moment. What do I want to do in the midfield here? Malicio has been booked and he hasn't been playing great. I'm going to bring in, I think, James Sheringham. Good to give the lone players a little bit of game time just to keep their parent clubs happy. And let's see if we can just close this game out. One more goal, I think, puts it to bed. I'm going to demand more from the players, see how they react to that. Watkins also very tired in defence. Do I make a change here for Watkins or Simpson? The defenders, my defenders are getting so tired and I don't understand it. Where is this coming from? I mean, Lee Watkins has 12 stamina and 13 natural fitness. Callum Simpson, he has 12 stamina and 13 natural fitness. So I really don't understand why these guys are getting so tired. even when they've had a rest, when they come into a game 100% fit, they are still tiring out so quickly, and I'm really not sure why. Just got to see out these last 5 minutes now. Let's start just doing a bit of time wasting, and we'll just hold our shape and slow things down. But it's been a very controlled performance. I'm going to get stuck in as well. It's been a very controlled performance, very positive. Just a shame we couldn't get more goals, and please don't let them equalise there. As President, who I think that's President that I was looking to bring in on loan, he could have really hurt us there. But we are going to open up Dale Roberts Park with a victory and the 3 points. Great start to life in the new stadium. There it is. I'm going to tell them well done. It keeps us competing at the top of the league there. Keeps the pressure on the top 3 automatically. That striker. It's another game without a goal from McFadden. I am still looking for that striker that can really fire us to an automatic promotion spot. I've really got to put some effort into trying to find that guy. Maybe a loan for a young player from a championship side, like we've got McFadden from Middlesbrough. Could we maybe find someone just next level who's not getting a game at one of the top championship sides? It's tough, but I really feel like that's what we're missing right now. Or even, as I mentioned, maybe that option of bringing Joe Evans in to the centre. Maybe Varian could play on the right wing, or Marinos Mikhail, who's been doing very well. I think that's something I got to look into. Could Joe Evans kind of step forward and be that goal-scoring centre forward that we need? But for now, I'm not going to complain. Good start to life in the new stadium. I think from here, I now go forward to January. As I said, I'm not going to do as many episodes now. I'm going to go forward to January. If we happen to have an FA Cup third round tie in January, maybe we'll look at that. But we'll see how all the January transfer window has been going, and we'll see how the season's looking, and what our prospects are for the second half of the season. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, drop a like on it. If you want to give any shout out to Dale Roberts, go ahead. I didn't really talk about that, did I? Do you know what? Before I finish, I have mentioned it before during the series, but Dale Roberts was a goalkeeper playing for AFC Rushden Diamonds, and unfortunately passed away at the time that he was a Rushden Diamonds player. And it's a very, very sad story if you look into it. Very sad indeed. But the fact that Football Manager recognises Dale Roberts' importance and has him as a club legend and names the new stadium after him, I think is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant that Sports Interactive do that kind of homework into a team that was never meant to actually be used and played with in the game. So credit to them. And yeah, big shout out to Dale Roberts. Never going to be forgotten as an AFC Rushden Diamonds legend. And yeah, I will see you on the next one as my dog starts barking again. See you very soon. Bye for now.